Ladies and gentlemen, I am really excited and proud for our special guest. He is a stand-up comic, he is a producer, and he's the host of a really fun podcast called The Week in Sex. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Allan Finn is here.
All right.
What's up, Allan? You ever been up here?
What's up? No, it's my first time.
How was the ride up?
It was alright. You're kind of like, it's like in the boonies, right? Is this like the boonies? Is there anything going on here? Portchester?
Not really.
It's
Not really,
Connecticut.
right?
I mean, you're not going to get shot.
Yeah, this is a shit town. Portchester's a fucking shit
It's
town.
not shitty.
It's a piece of shit town. But thankfully, this studio isn't here because it's really the only thing the city's got going for it.
Capitol Theater.
So that's
Yeah.
true that Capitol Theaters.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming to.
Thank you for having me, man.
So, Allan, you're a comic, and you're from the Bronx, but your family, you've got you're legal here, but you're not. Can you explain your dynamics of being here in the States?
Well, all right, so I'll tell you what happened. My parents are from Kiev, okay? So they're from Ukraine,
right?
But when they came here, it was part of the USSR, and they pretty much call themselves, they're kind of like Russian-Ukrainian in a weird way. This is like before all the stuff went down Ukraine. And I was born on the way here. I was born
on a plane?
Belgium. I wasn't born on the plane. But I think you're talking about before about mistakes.
Yeah.
I think maybe I was a mistake. You know, I'm not sure. Or maybe they just couldn't afford a condom, or maybe my dad was like, fuck it, I don't care.
Are your parents still together?
Yeah.
So, and when you came here, you grew up in the Bronx, and not a great part of the Bronx, if I know correctly.
Yeah, I grew up Bruckner Boulevard and Taylor Avenue.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I bet you he's carrying right now. I bet you. Look at his mouth. I bet you got a knife in his mouth right now.
That's a really urban.
You know what's funny? I keep sharp weapons by my bed.
God, that's so hot.
I believe you, dog.
I keep sharp shit by my bed.
That's sexual.
I hide it
like that.
in case.
That's kinky.
Yeah, I got like a little like holster. Whatever. I shouldn't tell you details about that.
Yeah, you can tell by your hat that
we'll
you're
search
different.
for
He's a
it.
different breed.
You can tell like he's on edge. He's ready for someone to jump him right now. He's like, I'm here on edge. I don't know why I'm doing Russian. You don't speak English.
Let's finish what we started. And by finished, I mean Finn. Allan Finn.
I'm ready for you.
Shit.
Here we go. I have knife in pocket.
Anything.
I have knife in pants.
I love thug white people. I love it. Yeah.
Russians?
Oh, Russians get it in.
That's some G shit right there.
Yeah, I talk about him. Yeah.
Yeah,
My dad is one scary bastard.
Oh, I believe you.
At least like when he was younger. You know, like I talk about Disneyland, and I got into a fight with somebody at Disneyland, and he, I'm holding a spot online, and he is like trying to like get to me, but he doesn't tell anybody that I'm holding a spot. This guy thinks he's cutting. He puts his hands on him. He's like, "Hey, where do you think you're going?" My dad just pops him in the face.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, Papa, what are you doing? It's supposed to be the happiest place on earth. He's like,
Anastasia.
not for this guy.
That's the fun thing about that story. Russians shouldn't even be going to Disneyland in the first place. That's the most hilarious thing.
They need
Russian
to
people
cheer
don't
up.
laugh.
Anastasia.
People do not do fun things. Fuck out of here.
Some do. My family's a little different, because I know other Russian comics, and they're like, your experience is like so different. I'm like, yeah, thanks.
Yeah, you go to
like shit.
Your family goes to Disneyland and beat people's ass. That's your family.
He had a hot temper. He didn't hesitate. My dad would he was a taxi driver, and there were a bunch of nights where you come home like bloody knuckles.
Wow.
Yeah, if you didn't pay the fare, you know.
We like it.
Did you guys go to?
You'd find a way. You'd find a way to get the money.
First rule in Fight Club.
Yeah, first rule in Fight Club. Yeah, that's what he did. Taxi driver in Fight Club. That's what he was doing.
Did you guys go to Epcot Center?
It was him and like
a little
900
Russia
Arab
there?
guys.
Is there a little Russia in Epcot Center?
You know what? We didn't make it that far.
No?
We got the hell out of there. Yeah, because he treated it like a military. He's former military. He treated it like a military operation.
Wow.
So he had like a whole map. He's like, you will take island, you will take mountain. Like he had the whole.
You want to see Little
like
Russia?
military.
You look in my pants.
Yeah.
His father's probably thrilled about him about being a comic. He probably does not think he's a failure at all. Probably
Devastated.
Yeah.
So he. If he could have me deported back to Russia, he probably would.
So you started 10 years ago.
Because that's he came here to give me a better life because they had so much anti-Semitism there. He couldn't even get into like a school because he didn't have the connections to go. So he came here thinking like I would take advantage of higher education, and I totally fucked up.
Immigrant parents do not want their children being comedian. They don't.
They're very private.
Did you go to
They're
college?
very private.
Did you go to college?
I went to college and I was asked not to come back.
Oh.
I did not.
Oh, this is.
I kind of let.
Did
that,
you
I
show
kinda
them Little
messed it up.
Russia?
What's that?
Did you show them Little Russia?
You know what? I had no game. I was ridiculous. Like the way I tried to pick up girls, it was like beyond speed dating. Like I would just go through. I'd be like, hey, what's up? Nice to meet you. My name's Alan. You know what? I can't talk. I gotta go. I'm really busy. But can I get your number before I run? And I would do that. And I would just get like, a whole bunch of numbers, and then I call some. Eventually, I really made it a numbers game.
He was cold calling girls.
That's what I was doing. I was cold calling.
He was a telemarketer for the
I was a
pussy.
telemarketer.
He was a pussy telemarketer.
It was my first telemarketing job. Was the pussy thing.
It happens.
So how the hell did you get into comedy then?
Telemark Clitter. I'm done.
PR person right there. I'm telling you, PR person.
Well,
She is a PR rep.
That's a good business idea. I like that. Well, I guess it was. I kind of started giving up on school, and I would stay up late watching the talk shows. And I was such an outcast in school because I went from the South Bronx, where I was the only white kid in my entire school, to Fair Lawn, New Jersey, where now I'm the only white guy who thinks he's a black guy. Because I was there
you're JC.
for 14 years. Yeah. Wow. There's a couple of little differences, but.
You would never wear a sweater like
I'm
that.
sorry if that hurt your feelings.
No, he's got good fashion sense, actually.
That
Right.
sweater's gay.
So.
Come on, this is Toggle.
Snapping back at me. All right, go ahead.
Snap.
Go ahead
You
with your,
started.
Anyway,
go ahead
yeah.
with your fucking story, Alan.
So my fucking story is that I was a misfit, and I made friends with other misfits, and then to make them laugh, I made my friend Sam laugh so hard that he fell off his chair and he farted and he pissed at the same time.
Nice.
All of
I was
them.
like, God is speaking to me through you. I became a comic.
And you started 10 years ago, but you got serious 5 years ago. Now it's full
Right.
time for you.
Yeah.
What happened that made you take that jump to going all out for it?
So here's what happened. I was working as a salesman. I went to this one office, and I fell down their stairs. And I shattered my L5S1 disc.
Oh no, that's my favorite vertebrae.
Is it? Well, we can never hook up because it's gone. So that's a weird fetish. That's the most specific. Never heard from something that.
50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
50 Shades of Vertebrae.
You have a favorite vertebrae.
Okay, now I'm done.
That's interesting. So I don't know, man. It was just it got progressively worse until it got to the point that I was in a wheelchair.
Wow.
I was in a wheelchair and I was in extreme pain, and I was like. And I went through every treatment. I did everything. Painkillers. I had like a little addiction. I had went to all chiropractors, acupuncture. You name it. Nothing helped. Eventually, the painkillers weren't strong enough to help me. And I was in immense pain. I'm like, if I ever get out of this, I gotta go to stand up. I can't die. No offense to salesmen people, because I respect the business, but that's not why I was here. I wasn't put on earth
Love
to
that.
die a
Went
salesperson.
from sitting
We're
down
with
to
you.
standing up.
We are with you.
So I was just like, and basically I had spinal surgery, and that was it for me. I was like, if this doesn't work, then I'm gonna check out. I'm done.
So you transitioned from salesman to a comic, and did you have savings? Like, did you have any? Did you just say, fuck it, I'm just gonna not pay my rent? How did you transition to? Because you're a working comic. You only support yourself from comedy. Is that right?
He sells other
wants
things.
to get
I gotta talk
into
about
it.
counter before I discuss.
Was that the line? Was that the line?
No. I gotta talk about counter before I discuss financial things like that. But no, I got some money. I'll tell you this. All right, I never really revealed this. I got a little bit of money from a lawsuit for the fall. Right, it wasn't a lot of money. I was owed a lot more money. Here's where I fucked up. Okay, I texted my manager that I had a terrible fall, and I don't know if I can make it to my next appointment. And he's like, well, you have a quota. And
He fucked up.
What a dick.
Yeah, well, he was a nice guy, but he was, it was incredible sales pressure. And I don't think he understood. Maybe I didn't convey it, how bad it was. And I also was really driven. To me, it's like, all right, so I shattered my spine. I don't care. I was like, I want to be number one still.
I don't need a
that didn't
spine.
stop me.
I love
that.
Love that. That's what's up.
So
Wolf of Wall Street.
yeah, like nothing would stop. I was like really when I do something like I'm driven, So
Yeah.
So I was just like, all right, I just want to let you know what happened, and that text could have gotten me a huge settlement. I got a
Hell
tiny
yeah.
settlement. Here's where I fucked up.
Delete.
They give you a BlackBerry at this company,
BlackBerry.
and I think it was almost every day you had to change your password.
What?
Every day, and I lost track of the passwords. So I was trying to get into my phone to get the text, and I couldn't. I got locked out.
Goddamn Blackberry.
And I couldn't. Yeah, that's why
No,
I
that
want
would've had
BlackBerry to go
set-
down. I'm like, just kill them off.
That
If it was a
text message
Whiteberry,
had
it would have
set.
worked.
That would have had me set for
Extremely
life.
Good one,
negligent
Frank.
on his part. To say, did he say it in writing too?
Yeah, it was
that's
in
a dumb.
text.
That's a dumb.
And because I couldn't get into my phone,
Oh my God,
I got
you
locked
could've
out, and I
been
sent the
Iron
phone back like an idiot. I sent it back to the company, thing like maybe they could unlock it and send it back because I tried getting them to unlock it. I never got that phone back, never got those texts back, and I got a really, really tiny settlement.
That would've been
So
$1 million
It's okay. The
phone, my
settlement
friend.
has a great personality.
what's that?
Clearly.
The settlement has a great personality.
Who has a great personality?
The settlement. You said
settlement.
it was tiny. Anyway. Moving on.
So that's insane. So now, the most exciting thing you've got going on, something really exciting you've got going on is this podcast. This is just a dozen episodes old, The Week in Sex, and it's every Wednesday morning on SoundCloud, on iTunes. You got like thousands of listeners already, right?
We have a nice following.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a really nice following. We definitely, good. We did a good job with the branding. It's fun, man. We're trying to do like more like out of the box, wild stuff. One of the things we just did, we have an LA correspondent. We're trying to get correspondents like all over. This girl Natasha Pearl Hansen, right?
Oh yeah,
You
yeah,
know
yeah.
Natasha?
Yeah,
heard
she
that
was
name,
at the She Devil Festival, and she was also featured on the Laughs episode with me.
She's
Not
a
to
stand-up?
make it about me.
She's a
but
stand-up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
She's really funny.
Very funny. We had her. You know about Gwyneth Paltrow with the vaginal steaming? You
No.
hear about that?
Yes.
What?
Yeah, Gwyneth Paltrow went around all these talk shows promoting
Yeah.
vaginal steaming treatment.
Oh, you got to steam your veg.
What does it do?
Steam your vag.
What is this?
Makes it lower in calories. It's better than frying.
So I can eat it, and
Yeah.
it's like eating lean beef.
Well, she said, I think she said it makes it like cleaner, tighter, and it prevents cancer, which I
Yeah.
don't
Steam
really
it?
buy that.
Yikes.
Yeah, you go to a spa and you sit like on this toilet type thing,
You know what?
and
It's
they
like
blow it up your.
it'd be
your
like
cooch.
eating a pot stick.
Steam your vegetables.
like a dumpling. Like a dumpling.
Vegetables.
Yeah,
Steamed
vegetables, yeah.
vegetables. That's really
JC
good.
is loving
That's
the
a
puns.
good one.
He's loving the puns.
So you discuss this type of stuff every single week, and how
Yeah.
intricate do you get into the sex talk? Like, are you like Corinne and Christina? You talk about assy and all the whole.
I don't know about Corinne and Christine. They talk about like guys they fucked, right?
Right.
And it's
Yeah.
like a
But
slut.
They
they're
interview
very,
the
they're
guys
like
they fuck.
very also detailed with the shit that they talk about.
Yeah.
Are you also
Yeah, it's uncensored.
okay?
That means
So,
no sense.
like when we sent Natasha to get her, her vagina steam. So,
word.
so we went to the same spot that Gwyneth goes to. So we got into the whole detail about what it did to her.
Gosh.
She kind of burned herself a little bit. She
Wow.
couldn't last the whole 30 minutes.
Oh shit!
It's
Really?
like
30
it's an
minutes
endurance test for your
So
back.
it's worse than waxing.
I guess so.
Does
yeah.
it remove hair or does
So
it
they're
just clean
blowing
it?
hot steam, like it's like
That
putting
sounds
your
like fun.
puss over a tea kettle.
Oh, it's
You know?
steam. I imagine it
Yeah.
was like a bidet, like where you sit and you just
What
blowing
the-
hot water up
What
your.
black
your
person
pussy.
knows what a bidet is, bro?
Cisco.
Anyone who's been to Europe, anyone who's been to
I'll tell
Europe
you,
would
a
know.
real thug,
I
knows.
Found out. No, let me tell you, I am an OG. I found out about a bidet from Cisco Cribs. This is like 10 years ago when
Cisco?
Listen, everyone was fucking with Cisco back in the day. Just shut the fuck up and try to act.
Into
Don't
the
try-
Dragons?
And it was all of that. Yeah. You don't remember Thong Song? Thong Song wasn't. Yeah, act like you. Yeah, get
You don't know what a bidet
yeah,
is?
don't profile on my motherfucking
Yeah.
show.
What I'm saying is by default, who? Like I also know what the word astounding means. But if you ask that shit in the Bronx,
You don't think that they
when
would
you came
know?
up with no one.
I used
We
to
gotta
fuck with Drew Hill, and Cisco talked about the bidet, and I imagine that this vag thing is like a bidet for your pussy.
I think Gwyneth originally did it to get all the goop out.
She had Goop? I thought it was
Goop is
kids.
the name
And
of
her
her
website.
company.
Yeah.
Anyway, if there's one other woman in here, they would have laughed.
Yeah. So
Okay.
This is real. This is awesome. So and you get a lot of followers with this podcast. Like this is very popular.
it's becoming more and more popular.
I come on
We're
your
getting some
podcast?
great guests. What's that?
Can I come on your podcast?
Come on down, man.
You can't like
He
try to
sounds
get
like
a
a homeless-
spot on our show.
A homeless motherfucker outside of the. Can I get a dollar? When you come, can I get a dollar?
Talk
When you
about
get
sex.
your-
I like
when you
it.
get your change, my brother. Anytime somebody call you your brother, you
I
know
like
that
talking
that's
about
some
sex.
shit.
You just Chris Robinson.
That's funny.
So,
Oh, that's an
yeah.
insight.
So we have like different segments. We have like you guys, we have like news, We have we try to like mix it up, you know. We try to like do stuff where you know.
Do you put more emphasis into your sex podcast or your stand-up? Which one do you is more of a priority for you right now at this stage in your career?
It's becoming where like they're kind of feeding into each other.
Okay.
And I love the podcast. I'm loving it. We got such a good group. The chemistry is incredible.
You got like Sydney Washington, right?
Sydney and
Sydney's
Katie
amazing
Holler,
on
right?
it. Katie Holler's really
Co-host.
perfect. You know, she does this relationship status segment. You know, she's a big like reader of relationship books, so she brings a lot of stuff to the table. Amanda Gale talks about hard news.
Yeah.
We
Like
have,
penises.
yeah,
there it
like
is.
penises. There we go.
There it is.
We have Jeffrey Kassman is like just a wild man,
Jeff
porn
Kassman is-
expert.
He's
like,
so
Is
funny.
the motherfucker? Yeah.
Yeah.
Every guy is a
He's
porn
turned
expert.
on.
Let's be honest.
no, he is like he jerks off to like handicap porn.
I had an ex who would watch pregnant porn.
No, he's
Brian,
done
if
that.
you're listening.
He's done
Let
that,
me tell
yeah.
you something.
Yeah.
Pregnant porn is the equivalent to fat bitch porn. Like that is
Why wouldn't people just watch fat bitch porn then?
well because they don't have a baby that you can skeet on. I don't
Skeet
know.
on.
You know what? Would you consider
I don't know. I don't know how to explain
if you're having sex with a pregnant chick, is that a threesome?
No.
I think technically it is.
That's like
Right?
wearing
It's
a
at least a
rubber.
2.5 some.
Okay, so are you a pedophile? You know what? This is disgusting.
No. What I'm saying,
but-
look, if you have
Alan,
sex
let's
with
talk
If
about
it's
that
still
on
in
the
the womb,
podcast.
you're not a pedophile. I don't think.
If you don't
That's the
hit the
rule. As soon as it
baby,
starts-
then you're not.
As soon as it starts
technically.
crowning,
but it's safe sex.
if it starts crowning, you're a
safe
pedophile.
sex.
Crowning.
Nice dimples, by the way, Alan.
But as
Yeah,
long
yeah.
as you're in the
It's
household,
safe sex
then
because she's taking vitamins, and you can't get her pregnant. What?
It's true. You can't get her pregnant again.
Boom.
So
one in the pink, two in the stink.
Ew. I thought it was one in the sink. Two.
No, the sink was never.
That's a weird
part of
abortion
I
that.
thought it was
story we're
one in the
talking
pink.
about.
One.
You thought it was two in the pink, one in the sink.
I thought
It
the
depends-
sink.
It depends on your proclivities.
I thought the sink was the name for your butt instead of saying butt.
Stink. Stink.
is the butt.
Sink.
So Alan, are you?
Yeah.
But this is. Are you a sexual person yourself? Like, are you a very?
I'm a
I feel weird
horny.
asking that, but I feel
Like,
like
yeah,
it needed to
Jason,
be
that's
asked.
cool. Yeah, that's a good
You know,
question. Yeah, I mean, there are times where like it becomes a problem. Like I'll run late to stuff because I spend way too much time. I get like way too fickle finding the perfect porn to whack off to,
Okay.
and that starts affecting my life. So
That happens.
So you are a sexual person with yourself, not necessarily with other people.
I'm sexual with other people.
Okay.
He's
You
a
know?
finsexual.
It depends on it depends, you know, the chemistry. What the
Right.
chemistry
Are
is.
you guys
like,
gonna do a segment on 50 Shades of Grey?
Oh, you got to.
We we're gonna do. I'm actually gonna go with Jeffrey Katzman. And he's gonna
Oh,
review
yeah.
the movie.
Oh,
Okay, but
two
here's the thing.
guys going at now.
Yeah,
That's
going on a
some
date.
That's what you should
You know,
do.
go on
This
a
is what
date.
you should
Jason.
do. You should do a review of the book
That's funny.
versus the movie.
A couple guys I knew live tweeted the movie. John Ozalay and a
should
couple
see
other
it.
guys like they were. It was pretty funny. They went and
What did they think
live tweeting it. They thought it was like,
It just looks lame. This shit looks,
looks lame.
The
dude.
chick is ugly.
Hey.
doesn't-
Oh, I wouldn't agree with that.
think
That's
so?
fucked
no,
up.
okay, look, you can have. I'm a Mila Kunis fan. Like if Mila,
well, maybe
Oh,
they couldn't get her.
They could have.
they could have. She does.
And honestly,
She doesn't fit the character.
If I'm being honest, the dude is whack. He doesn't look like.
Oh, that's gay.
Listen,
It's not without their
I'm
whack.
comfortable with my sexuality. He looks corny, and she looks corny. Do you remember the fucking HBO show with Jake Gyllenhaal's sister,
Gyllenhaal.
secretary?
That was a movie.
Gyllenhaal, that was a good
Oh,
movie.
I thought that was a
That,
show.
that was a good
Now
movie.
that was
That
an
was
S&M. That's S&M
Did
for
you
that
say
ass.
Gyllenhaal though?
Whatever the
You
whatever.
brought black people back like 14 years.
We have a
I've
minute
been
left.
mispronouncing shit on all episodes.
Guys, we've got to wrap this up. Alan Finn, thank you so
good.
much for
Thank
coming.
you guys.
Please tune into his podcast,
was
The Week in
just
Sex.
good.
It's really amazing.
Alan Finn, you got anything for this week?
Yeah, come check us out at Greenwich Village Comedy Club at
Yeah.
9:30 Wednesday. We have a lot of people from the Week in Sex. We have some big people stopping by. And the Museum of Sex. We're partnering up with the Museum of Sex.
That place is great.
It's a great place, so much fun. We have a live podcast recording this Sunday at 6 o'clock. So come on, hang out. It's a great time.
And of
Sounds
course, every
great.
Wednesday morning they can hear a new episode of The Week in Sex.
Every Wednesday morning, SoundCloud.com, theweekinsex.com.
Beautiful.
Al Wagner, do you have anything to plug for this week?
No.
Other than your butt?
Falling back into my hole and staying warm.
Hey, Alan,
That
thanks for
sounded
coming
filthy.
today.
Yeah.
We appreciate you. It's nice.
Mr. Hicks, what do you got?
I'm always out in the city doing open mics. I just moved up here from DC.
Oh, good
Literally
job.
3 months ago, and I'm trying to establish myself in this wonderful world of New York comedy. I've been doing it for like 10 years, so I'm trying to just get into the New York scene.
Well, welcome, man. It's good to have you.
Yeah, it's great. I love it. I live in the Bronx. I live in Riverdale, so that's technically.
Nigga, that ain't the Bronx.
That's the real Bronx. That's where everybody thinks I'm from. That's where people think I live.
Yeah, he looked at me like,
Well, guys, thank you so much, everybody, for coming. Again, thank you to Romantic Depot, our
Yes.
wonderful sponsors for the show today.
I'm definitely gonna get a vibrator from there.
We will go. Maybe we'll all go trip and we'll video something
let's
funny.
all go.
Thank you so much. Have a great week, and we'll see you guys next Monday night.
woo!
Bye.